it's Andy from Sun-drenched Europe, and today we have got ourselves out at Kaprun and we've headed to the Weisssee Glacier. This is around about a 50-minute drive out of the Kaprun Valley down towards Mittersill, and at Uttendorf we took a left and we drove up one of the high alpine roads. I think it was like 16, 19 hairpin bends, and that got us to the base station of the Weisssee Glacier. Now it's not very well known area, the Weisssee, for people outside of Austria. I pretty much guarantee not many British tourists have visited, but it's a relatively medium-sized ski area. It's from around about 1400 meters to 2700, so it's got quite high elevation. It's actually very close to the Kinderland Glacier, which is just across the way. But we've headed over here today for a couple of reasons. I am with Kevin and Aid. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this spins round. That's Aid, and that's Kevin, who are regular happy campers, Snow Camp Europe guests. And basically, we're a bit bored with the glacier, and the glacier's got about 10,000 people on it. The snow over in Zalmsee is quite slushy, so we thought we would venture out in the car, come over here and head up to the Weisssee. So I just managed to pick up a lift pass for €32 with a discount, and Aid paid 46 for the day, but Kevin's was included on his lift pass because he's got a Super Salzburg card, which was around 450 quid for the week.
32, I think.
432 for the week, which an Alpine card's 337,
and that's for 7 days.
For 7 days, so it's a little bit more, but that gives him the possibility to ski multiple resorts. And today he's not spent 40 odd euros, and we're planning on going to maybe one other resort that's outside of our lift pass. So me and Ada are having to pay, but Kev is getting that. Getting that included. Aid is currently just putting his sun can cream on as we're on our way up and blowing Kev kisses. That's how regular they are.
You said this was kissing wax.
That's what we call it in Austria. Lip balm is kissing wax.
Kissing wax.
So we're going to go up, folks. As you can see, the gondola system is a little bit old, but it works. And we're going to get up to the Rudolfshütte, and then we'll show you around there. We'll take you all the way to the top, and we'll take you down some of the runs. We'll be back in a bit. Say bye for now, folks.
Bye for now, folks.
Say it again now.
Bye for now, folks.
So everybody, we're now at the top of the Weisssee Glacier. When I say the top of the accessible area by lift, and we've just been on this extremely old two-man chairlift. It was a bit rickety, to be fair, very high off the ground. Wouldn't want to be in it in the wind. Wasn't the most pleasant of experience, I'll say. So what height are we at, Kev?
2,760.
2,760 metres. And Aid is very impressed with the massive big piece of concrete holding the lift in place there, isn't it? So we're now going to ski down in what is zero visibility. Good job we've got our Sun-drenched Europe low light lens goggles on, purchasable on the website. Discount codes are online, and yeah, we'll catch you when we get down to the bottom. So we put Kevin in charge of navigation for the day, and he's just taken us to the wrong side of the lift station, which means we had to walk back up the hill to get another lift to go up to ski back down to the right hand side. So Kevin, it's all your fault.
Okay, I'll take the hit.
So before Kevin went slightly wrong and took us to the wrong side of the lift station, we'd been up the gondola all the way to the top to where the Rudolfshütte is, which we'll show you in a minute. We then skied down to the chairlift you've seen us at the top of at the highest point. We then taken a relatively steep red down, up a T-bar. We then went down another red that led to a black, and on that black, I have to say the piece conditions aren't brilliant, but that's because it's been so warm it's very hard to re-piece the snow, especially up on the higher areas where they have to do it in the afternoon, early evening, because it's still warm. So we came down that black, and then that led us onto a red, which has brought us a long way down to the middle station of the gondolas, where we're going to go back up, and we'll end up back at the Rudolfshütte, which is like the centre of the ski area. So there is ski piste above the Rudolfshütte and then below. Now this area, even though there are very few lifts and the infrastructure is quite old, this is a very big ski touring area. A lot of people come up and then they go touring off to different peaks and then ski back down in the off-piste. And it's a very big free ride area, so when they get dumps of powder, everybody heads up here. But today, while there's probably about 10,000 people on the Kinderland Glacier, I would be surprised if there's more than 100 here at Weisssee. A lot of people are complaining that it's busy where the snow is good. Well, the snow is good up here. We're at 2,000, 2,400, up to 2,700 meters. It's warmish weather, but the snow is cold. The snow is good quality. Just the pisting isn't perfect. The infrastructure is a little bit dated. The lifts. So just in the distance there, folks, you can see that chairlift. That's the first chairlift we went on that took us up to the very top. And then you might just be able to make out the run that comes down. There's a couple of routes down, but all of this to the right hand side of that is off-piste free ride area. So people are hiking up, they're skinning up there with free ride skis, and then they're skiing down that, obviously when the conditions are a little bit better than they are now. A lot of people were touring out this morning, probably going up to the Somblick, which is one of the peaks. But people will stay here behind us in the Rudolfshütte. They'll stay up here for a week or so, and they'll literally go out on a different tour every day. So they'll drive up that long road, park at the very bottom station, luggage will come up in the lift, and then they'll go ski touring, because we're right in the heart of the Hohe Tauern National Park, which is obviously where Kinderland Glacier also sits. You can see some people there that are already on their way back. They've toured up, skied down, and they're now walking back up towards the lifts. There's a couple of guys about to ski down and then obviously walk up the other side, all their kit with them. And as you can see out here, so this is the Rudolfshütte. This is like one of the main restaurants. Then we got the Somblick behind us, which I think is part of the Rudolfshütte. But look at the number of people stood out here. If this was the Alpine Centre in Kaprun at this time, don't even know what time it is, but it's about, Kev, you're in charge of time and navigation for the day. What we on?
We are on 10:42.
10:42. So 10:42, and there's half a dozen people outside of here. We're on the glacier on the Kinderland, and it's going to be jam packed. Here there is barely anybody up on the Weisssee. The light's lifting a little bit. It's getting a little bit better, and we'll try and get a bit of footage of us skiing. One of the other benefits of coming up to the Weisssee today, as well as it being very, very quiet, we've just come in for a drink, and the prices compared to the Kinderland. Kev, what did you buy, Kev, and how much did it cost?
One orange, one Coke, Mars bar, €10.
So a large Fanta, a small Coke, and a Mars bar was €10. I think a large Fanta on the glacier is something like $6.50. Aid, what have you hungry little man, got? What have you got there?
Nazi soda, Kit Kat, Twix, and a little packet.
Show us your Twix. In case people, that's a Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, that's Twix.
Kit Kat Twix, large fizzy drink, packet of chewing gum. How much do you pay?
$10.60.
$10.60. And again, that drink on the glacier is at least $6.50. You're idiots, aren't you? So, folks, a schnitzel up here is $16.90. Schnitzel and chips, which I believe that on the glacier is $19.90. A small bowl of soup's about €5, and a cappuccino was $4.20, which that on the Kitstein has got to be at least €5.50, €6. So again, $4.70 on the glacier, on the Kitstein a cappuccino, really? Okay, so there's a €50, 50-cent saving, because that man's just informed us that it's $4.70. A halffull's $5.50.
No, $4.70.
For a cappuccino? Yeah, okay, cool. There you go, $4.70, $4.20, still cheaper. Come to Weisssee, everybody.
All right.
Can you play a tune? So we've just come in for our lunch, and I went for the ribs, $15.50 for a rack of ribs with chips. Unfortunately, there's not a like-for-like comparison with the Kitstein because they're not doing ribs at the minute. But as I said, the schnitzel here is $16.90. We actually rang up and found out how much it is at the Kitstein. It's $17.90, so it's a €1 saving. And that guy who rudely interrupted us early, telling us the cappuccino is $4.70, was wrong. It's $4.80 because we also rang up and found out the price of a cappuccino. So the cappuccino is $4.20 and over there is $4.80. How much is that saving on? 60 cents. So 60 cents saving on that and a €1 saving on your schnitzel. Now, talking to the ski school owner, the ski school is predominantly here for the hotel on top of the mountain, which gets 90% German guests. We've predominantly heard Eastern Europeans today, but it is still the Slovakian holidays. But very few English visit the Weisssee, which maybe we should change. Maybe some more of you should come, especially if you're into ski touring or freeride. Anyway, after our lunch, we're going to pop out for another quick ski and then head back to Capron around 2-3 o'clock.
Damn.
Whoa, look at all the ice! That was what?
That was what?
What was it?
Why do one turn when you can do 50? Man alive.
Folks, we've just finished our day at the Weisssee Glacier, and we're just going to summarise a little bit with Kevin and Aid, our happy campers from this week, and we're going to just give you 5 kind of positives and 5 negatives of coming up to the Weisssee. So let's do the negatives first. So first negative, I would say, is slightly old lift system. Lift system's a little bit old,
Definitely.
but not too dissimilar to most French resorts. Aid, you got a negative?
Limited piece, I suppose. It's you know, you've done it all in a day, but it has got a big sort of free ride area that we've not done today.
Negative.
We'd like to.
Negative, Kev?
Yes, the home one. I'd probably advise getting the gondola back down.
Especially when the snow's not good.
Yeah, it's flat at the top, so a bit of pushing.
But past the frozen lake, very scenic.
Yes.
One more negative would be
I suppose Andy Rose and
And
Kev.
Kevin, yeah, skiing with Aid and
that was
Kev.
my negative today.
But there aren't many negatives, to be honest, folks. The piste preparation, as we mentioned, wasn't the best, but that's because it was so warm yesterday. So there's a lot of ice cookies. We've had poor visibility today. On another day, it would have been absolutely marvellous. But positives, okay. Aid.
Lift pass price for the day.
Lift
pretty
pass
cheap.
price, very cheap.
Yep.
Yeah. Lack or very few people on the slopes. You've got the mountain to yourself.
Mountain to yourself. We haven't queued for one lift all day.
Some
What
nice long
else?
runs.
So yeah, some of the runs are very long. Okay, so even though there's not that massive amount of kilometres, what do we work out? 28?
23.
23 kilometres of piste, but some very long runs, very good long carving runs. And then also, as we've mentioned, one of the biggest draws to the Weisssee is going to be your off-piste free ride and touring area, because that is what it is really about. Any other positives? Lack of people. Lack of people. Definitely the no Dutch people.
No,
Big
no,
bonus.
no, yeah.
Didn't see one Dutch person all day. As you say, most of the people who come here are Germans. Very few English. Some Eastern Europeans. But yeah, overall pretty positive day, even though conditions weren't ideal.
Yeah.
Would we come back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back.
Probably come back after a big dump and do some free ride. So Andy with the comedy duo Aid and Kev at the Weisssee Glacier saying don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel and go over to the Facebook page where we post every day. Bye for now everyone.
Right.
Bye, folks.